What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I've been volunteering in a hostel in Nicaragua for a month, and as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and experiences. I've stayed at many hostels like most backpackers, but for the first time, I've decided to settle down and see what hostel life is all about. For the people who are already interested in volunteering in a hostel, this video is for you, but to the people who aren't really interested, stick around because I might just get you on board. And finally, to the people who have never even heard of what a hostel is, watch this video all the way through. And quick disclaimer, it is extremely hot here in Nicaragua, so I'm probably going to be sweating all the way throughout the video, but don't mind that. In today's video, I'll be going over it all. From everyday work, weekly work activities, the benefits included from the hostel, a day in the life, and finally, my thoughts and conclusion. Most definitely, by the end of this video, you'll know if this is something you should try. Before I jump into it, I'd like to take a moment and thank Oasis Hostel in Granada, Nicaragua for this opportunity. The hostel has everything you need and goes out of their way to make sure your stay is as best as possible. Seriously, I'm not just plugging them since they gave me this chance, but honestly, this is one of the nicest and cleanest hostels I stayed at. Plus, the price is extremely affordable. I'll leave their website and social medias linked down below in the description. Now on to the video. First, I'll start off with everyday work. It's very simple and straightforward. From 6 to 7, I make the welcome drinks for the guests. Here I'm with Fabio, he's from Germany, shout out to him. But all we have to do is make drinks for 1 hour. How it works is each guest gets 3 free drinks. When they get a drink, they have to mark it down. But it's very simple because the drink is either rum and fresca or rum and cola. And depending on the day, that may be the only work we do, which is crazy because an hour is nothing. But more on this. At this hostel, they already have an entire staff that does the cooking and the cleaning, which is a major part. However, this is not the case everywhere. I've heard volunteers having to help in the kitchen and with some cleaning, so know what you're getting into beforehand if you're interested. But at this hostel, our main job is to promote activities and keep the vibe. Continue on in the same direction, like I said before. As volunteers, our main job here is to promote activities. At this hostel, there's an activity every single day, which we call them weekly work activities. Once again, each hostel is different, but at this one, we have a daily activity we provide for the guests. And correspondingly, as volunteers, it's our main job to promote and host these activities. So starting off on Monday, there's a beer pong tournament. This is one of my favorite activities because not only do I get to host this, but I get to participate in it. And also, there's a prize for the winner, so even more motivating for me. Anyway, the tournament starts at 8, an hour after the free drinks, and in between that time, I'm socializing and promoting the tournament to the guests. Also, a really neat thing here in Granada is that a lot of the hostels are connected and work together, so sometimes guests from different hostels will come and participate in the activities we promote, and sometimes we'll also go over and participate in their activities. On Tuesday, after the free drinks, it's salsa night. It's also at 8 p.m., but I don't have to host this, like I was saying before. I just promote the activity, get people who want to sign up from our hostel, and I take them over to that activity. But also another thumbs up because I get to participate in this. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday is one of the busiest days for volunteers because we host a booze cruise. At 1 p.m. we gather everybody who signed up, then we wait for a shuttle. Once that comes, we get in it, and then we head to a boat. Booze cruise consists of 2 parties. There's one on the boat while we're traveling or driving, I guess, to get to the island, and then there's another party on this island that we go to. As volunteers, it's our job to give out the shots, and mainly to keep the vibe. So meaning if people start sitting down, we'll yell at them and tell them to stand up and start dancing, or if we think that a song is off, we'll change the music. After the booze cruise, there's another party at a different hostel, so for sure Wednesday is the busiest day. On Thursday, after the free drinks, there's a trivia night. This is also hosted at a different hostel, so Thursday is just making the free drinks from 6 to 7 and then promoting this activity to the guests in our hostel. But also really enjoy this because I get to participate in this activity, and trivia night really makes me realize how stupid I am, so it's always nice to see that. Now to Friday. Friday is the main day, I would say, in Granada for tourists. This is because there's a massive treehouse party that everybody goes to. Most travelers come in specifically just for it, and the party is hosted by a different hostel about 30 minutes away in the rainforest. None of the volunteers have to participate in this, so it's really fun because we all go out together. The whole thing is really interesting. For example, just to get there, this cattle bus comes and picks everybody up. It takes everybody there. It's really interesting because you're like surrounded by tarps and no one knows you're in it. Now Saturday. Saturday is always really funny because you get to see how hungover everybody is, and when free drinks come around, everybody asks for the drink without alcohol. But to the people who are just arriving and the party animals, on Saturday we host a pub crawl. We take the guests who signed up to like 3 or 4 different bars, let them socialize, everybody drinks together. It's also a really good time. But that's it for Saturday. Now that's it for the weekly activities, because on Sunday we don't do anything, it's just the free drinks. Okay guys, next part of this video I'll be going over the benefits I receive as a volunteer, starting off with accommodation. I do get free accommodation, which all that means is I get to stay for free, but the room is really nice. There's a lot of space to keep my stuff, like this big locker here, and then this smaller locker by my bed, which also has a charging port, and there's even space alongside the bed to the left and right. But there's a fan and the bed is also really comfy, so the room is really solid. But the main perk and benefit I would say from this is that I get to meet people from all over the world every other day. The next perk is free morning breakfast and all access to kitchen equipment, which is huge for me because I'm all about saving money on food. And I also get my own little kitchen cabinet space, so it's really cool. Staying on the money saving path, I get $15 free credit from the bar and kitchen weekly. The best way I've found to use this is to get a smoothie every day. Every volunteer I've talked to has had some sort of food perk like this, and in some cases it's food plus dorm, so keep this in mind when making your decision of choosing a hostel. The next is a free daily shuttle to Paradiso. This is a hostel located on a lake. It's like 20 or so minutes away. I've used this a lot as it's nice to get outside the hostel every so often. The shuttle leaves in the morning and comes back right before free drinks. My next benefit is by far the most valuable for me physically and mentally, and that's the workout area. Surprisingly, they have everything I need to complete my calisthenics workout. To some people, I know this may not matter at all, but I know for a lot of people this is extremely important, and from my experience, it's rare to find a decent gym while traveling, but don't stress if you can't, because you can easily get creative and make it work. The quick benefit, which is super important, is free laundry once a week. Last perk is half off on the Treehouse Party ticket. Outside of the work you're required to do, the benefits included is a really important contribution to your experience volunteering, so check it out because each hostel is different, but do not skip over this. The next part of the video is going to be the day in the life. Rule my life. Alright, getting the day started. First thing that I'm doing today is eating breakfast, per usual, but I'll see you in the next clip. I'm going out to film a different video right now. I'll see you guys back at the hostel later. I'm editing the video you guys are watching, but a big part of my everyday is at some point throughout the day I'm doing some file renaming or editing of the clips that I shot that day. Alright guys, a little bit noisy right now because we're walking the streets, which I do every day, a part of my daily routine, but usually go somewhere to get some food. Right now we're going to pizza. We just got the food, gonna dig in. We're just socializing right now with other volunteers. Hey. I'm doing my daily activity I do every single day. I get a hot dog every day. This is the stand right here. The usual hot dog stand lady isn't here today, unfortunately. Claire, she's a beautiful person. Rest in peace. Oh, she's still alive actually. Alright. I just finished the hot dog. Usually I only get the pita or the hot dog once a day, but I was feeling both because I had the extra money. Right now we're at Maxi Pallet though to get some groceries. I need to get more water. I usually do that every day because I just buy a gallon of water every day, drink it, finish it.
Oh, he's got the finger out.
I'm gonna do a workout real quick and then make some dinner, and that's it for the day in the life. I just prepared dinner, but that's it for the day in the life. On to the next part of the video. I'm going to go over my thoughts and opinions right now. From my experience staying at hostels, I believe that a social environment is best. Personally, I loved my stay at Oasis. It was everything I was looking for. But trust me, there is a difference between a social hostel and a party hostel. There's a party hostel a couple blocks away. I actually had a friend volunteer there. He was there for a couple days because he couldn't stand it. Every single night, couldn't get any sleep till 2, 3, 4 a.m. because people were dancing and singing all night long. And at this hostel, quiet time starts at 11 p.m. So there's some nights I'm even going to bed at 9, 10 p.m., which is pretty early. So I would say you would have to be a special type of person if you wanted to be surrounded by a party all the time. On the other hand, there's plenty of hostels that's even more chill than this, and I also think you have to be a special person to be able to work at one of those places. But I think a social environment, a social hostel, is a great balance between relaxation and fun. So that's why I would recommend to anybody looking forward to actually making a position or a job with a hostel, definitely look for a social environment. Another thing you should keep in mind and working in a hostel and staying in a hostel for a while, you're going to meet people from all over the world, which is great. For the most part, it's great, but that means you're going to meet a lot of different personalities. And believe me, you're going to meet some people who don't like you. I'm talking from experience, so keep a lookout for that. But for the most part, everybody is super nice and always fun. You have really good conversations and make a lot of good friends. Just keep that in mind now. In conclusion, if you're already interested in volunteering, then just take in the counts I mentioned before, which were work, benefits, type of hostel, and location. With that in mind, I highly recommend you give this a try. It will be a great experience. And to the people who are watching and not interested, I would say volunteering is a great way to travel and save money. However, specifically volunteering in a hostel will give you a better opportunity and chance to meet people from all over the world. And I can't say that about many other volunteer positions I had before, because you're not given this chance to meet people in this sort of way. And to the people whose first time hearing about a hostel, believe me when I say there's a world out there and it's calling your name. But that's it for today's video. A lot of planning went into this, and I got this position for you guys to see what it was all about. So if you've watched it this far, I would appreciate it if you hit one of those like buttons. It can be either or. Fine with me as long as you hit one of them. Comment, share, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.